So we are in the browser. So in the Swagger URL based URL path, the local host, we are in the local host. If it's deploying the machine in the USA, just like the PCI, the IP address, and then port number, and everything was the same thing. Is everything the same? Just they need to be changed the IP address and then port number where they install the microservice application. So that's a post application. So you see all the service that have a sample examples, the data that you need to be input, the required parameters. You see all the response types and the models. You see the models definitions, what we have it in models. Example models, you see the example model is there, so you can also go there. So model definition, the user registration model has one-to-one related with the user registration profiles. That's really proper. That's we defined it here into our implementations. So if I go to the implementation, the model part, so you can see exactly the user registration models. So you see the model part, it has user registration models and is one-to-one related with the user registration profiles models. So exactly what we expected. And then user role models has a many-to-one related annotators. This I already discussed, or I can continue the next screencast how can you implement those type of applications. So just we don't need to be think about this one. And here is the logging information. You can look for what query is running behind your log informations. That's I said I will monitor those content into with the proper monitoring tool with the Micrometer, Grafana, and Prometheus. Just follow that one. So that means we have a post, we have all detailed description, what we need, what the examples, the model information, the example informations, and then we can create the one test cases. That means test department, they can try it like that way. So we can put it like one example test that we have it into the here, that we can put it like simply copy, and then we can put it like here the required parameters. So simply copy, and then we can try out, we just like simply create it. So it is really what we expected. So simply they can test it, it is the response type, it is failing something, then have information it is failed or something wrong, something happened, something like that. So let's have a cat check. It has a it has okay. Then now we have a get methods. We can go to the not get methods. We have a definitions, like let's try again. There is no parameters, like completely check all the get methods. You see all the records that we need. So all the record number 200 is a ascending order there. So if I go bottom levels, bottom level information, you have some paging and sorting informations into my implementation. So it's page by page loading information. So it's that's 200, what we expected, really properly working. So that's the content information. Maybe this is the sample cases, that's the try out, and then you can simply try out. So all the information with the request. So that means there's a possibility with the really profile documented, and you can test also the REST APIs with Swagger UI. So you can put it like here, update functions. This is 200 default functions. You can set it here, the 200. We put it 19 maybe there, and then we can simply copy again the update functions and maybe update here. So update here. So update, put it here, update functions, maybe we can put it here, the 999 update functions. So it will update it, the number. So it is that updated, it is see the 999 is updated, what we expected, everything working. There's response status 200, update function is working. So that means that if you have a template like that, so just you put it like simple value and have a template, and then next release, then tester or other development team or web development team just simply run the test and see, okay, what happening, what is failing, what is passing, and they will feedback you. As API developer, they can give a feedback to you, okay, here this is the function, it doesn't work. So that's exactly properly designed, and this is, I mean, really proper way to document your REST APIs to work together and then to share this you test cases, and doesn't matter test cases with the Postman or test cases with Swagger UI. And then if you some do have those who had no experience Postman, they can also run the Postman, they don't need it. And then those, if your requirements like use the Swagger UI, this is the best tools in open source tools, really professional way, you can handle the all the descriptions, all the information that's your REST API need to be visualized, need to be present, all the documentations, and then other developer can go there, this Swagger UI pages, web pages, then they can play with the REST APIs, check everything works, and after that they can call very quickly the endpoints into their front-end technology. Doesn't matter front-end technology from actually from the Angular front-end technology or React front-end technology or any Java-based front-end like Timely, FreeMarker, or other front-end technology. Doesn't matter which front-end technology they are using. They knows how they call the REST APIs, and they knows the input output parameter, they knows the documentation, they simply call it and build their web pages. Very simple, very straightforward applications. So it's got the idea how you can properly documented your REST APIs in the enterprise level and professional way. So if I go there, also some enterprise, exactly the same definition. We did it like, you see that we didn't have any documentation, any description about that one. It is putting the default post methods. That's the way you see. If you go to the controller and the user registration controller, we didn't put nothing there. So it's a post methods and pagination method there. So in the post method there is nothing. So that means there is nothing to it. It's putting the default function names, the controller names, function names into your service. So it's simple here. So if you put it here, just change the name of the annotation, you run the application, it's automatically do. I will show you data. So that we can do some tested also, that this one you can get tested the default, and then you can make a post on. That's I said that's required parameters is a role. You see the required, you can put it here to 19, and we can define the roles definition. That's we have it in the simple example into the here. So you can just simply copy paste the Postman case, but it is stored in here. Required parameters, you can maybe 999 and maybe 999,999. So we can go to 999, try it out. So it is 999 plotted 999. If in the database level, I can go to database level, the user role. So is a 19 is a role we define. You see the 99 level is up to date. So 999 is deployed, properly designed and properly handled it. And also that is logged in properly in a professional way, what we expecting. All the information is properly logged. But I will show you how the log information works. So that means we will show you that we run the application, so we can operations, the control informations here. There is no description about what I mean. You can put it like this, very simple cases. But I don't know, maybe operation change. And maybe here you can simply copy paste to the controller to create user. So we just simply changed it here to post, and this is create a new role for the registered user. So that means it is the part you cannot show it again. So it just simply one by one updated information. So we can stop the applications, we can run the applications, and then then Swagger UI will need to be present, and you can put it here. So refresh is if application is running, then so now as the application is running, we can go like again the Swagger UI, to refresh the Swagger UI and then look for the description that's we put it here. So create user role registration, how it is works. So it is properly handled, how it is done, how can, and the list of operations, they can see list of operations, the expansions, that's everything expanded, let's say one by one, expanded. So we see all the functionalities, and then, and even though that it's stored the information that you have the previous in the test cases, you can make a templates like just simply copy paste, change the critical values, and test it everything properly working or not. So if is everything working, and then you release your APIs, like put it in the proper production environments, and then they will do the production guys or production testing department teams. They will simply take use same test cases and then see how it is documented, how it is run, how it need to be called, how need to be input and output parameters, and how need to be integrate those REST APIs into your GUI application, your front-end application, or web developer. That means you are helping a really proper documented APIs. Then the end developer can go and then they can see it, and how they motivate it, they can understand very clearly, and they make, you can help them to increase their productivity. And that's, I mean, that's the needed for the enterprise application, that's the needed the professional life, that's I said. So you can follow the channels, and I will continue the more annotation. I will continue the integration of the other functionalities of Swagger, so OpenUI, because this is the part of the Swagger. And I will continue the OpenAPI, how can because the Swagger had the 3 API version, OpenAPI the 3, I will continue how can you configure the new version of the Swagger UI. Use Swagger UI or Swagger API documentation APIs. So that's the things. So I will continue, just follow the channels and subscribe the channels. And if you need some commands and need any support, just write down your command into the channels. And I tried my best to share my knowledge, and you can try your best to share our knowledge. You share your knowledge, then that will be really help us to make really good way to move forward, to good way to make developments together. So it will be the really good idea. I now I say bye bye and goodbye. See you later. Bye bye.